So today we're going to be making chocolate football cookies, and what you're going to need is you're going to need 8 ounces of high quality butter. I like to use Kerrygold salted butter, but if you want to use unsalted butter, you can use the same amount with half a teaspoon of salt. Then you're going to need 1 egg yolk, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract, 3/4 of a cup granulated sugar, 1 3/4 cups all-purpose flour, and 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Also, if you want to do lacing on your football cookies, you'll also need some white icing. Okay, so I've put the butter, the granulated sugar, and our vanilla extract into a large mixing bowl, and now we're going to take a hand mixer and cream them together. Okay, so after you've finished mixing it, it's going to look nice and creamy, and now we're going to add our single egg yolk. Okay, now we're going to use our hand mixer again and mix it together until just combined. Alright, so now we're going to take a spatula and whisk down the side, and scrape down the sides of the bowl. Alright, so now we're going to use our spatula and scrape down the edges of the bowl, and then we'll mix again. This is just so we want all the egg yolk to be combined with all of our butter and sugar mixture. Okay, so it'll look a little bit like this. Now we're going to use our mixer one more time and get it all together. Alright, and now we're going to go get our flour and our cocoa powder. So now we're going to gradually mix in our flour and our cocoa powder. So I'm going to have the mixer running and slowly combine. So now your mixture is going to look a little bit like this. And now you're going to want to use your spatula again, maybe rinse it off like I didn't do, and kind of get it all together into one big hunk. Alright, so it's going to look a little bit like this. Okay, now we're going to go grab our plastic wrap so we can chill our mixture until it's ready to bake. Okay, so now I've turned out the dough onto a piece of plastic wrap, and I've made it into a little log, and now I'm going to wrap it up and put it in the fridge for ½ an hour to an hour before shaping it. Okay, so I've taken my chilled dough out of the freezer, or the fridge, excuse me, and now I'm going to cut it up into slices. So I also got a baking sheet, and I put parchment paper on it, and I have a butter knife to cut my dough with. So I'm going to cut little slices, and this one's kind of small because it's on the end, but I'm going to put it over here and pinch the edges so it looks like a little football. Now I'm going to keep going. Just small, thin slices. Make little tiny footballs. Patriots fan. I'm very excited for the first game tomorrow. So I'm just going to keep going, making the little footballs until we have used up all our dough. Okay, so I have made a full sheet of football-shaped cookies. Some of them are better than others, but here they are. And now we're going to slide them into a 325 degrees Fahrenheit oven for 16 to 18 minutes. I finished baking my cookies and now they are fully cooled and they're ready for icing. So we have, I'm using Wilton white cookie icing. You can use any kind of white icing that you want to use, just make sure you follow the instructions on the packaging properly. So to start, I am just going to So I did my first one. Looks like that. So kind of like a football. Oh, now it's ready. And now I'm just going to do all the rest of these. And you could do different designs if you wanted to. Like last year for the Super Bowl, I wrote "Go Pats" on some of the cookies. It looked a little bit weird though, so maybe it's better to stay simple. So just complete this with all of your cookies, or just some of them, or none if you want to, and let them dry, probably about an hour, and enjoy.